Hey everybody!
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title! Will doesn't have 2 syllables in his name.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do that. I was literally like, all of a sudden, like, Will,
Ah, damn it.
So William.
You both do. We all do.
Samuel.
Yep.
Y'all, we are back. It is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 9, Filial Affection.
Episode 9, huh?
49.
There we go.
Filial Affection.
Last on... Will's gonna tell you.
Sorry. Last on, we had the face-off of Greed, Longfon versus Gluttony, and Ed,
Face off.
Gorilla, Lion, and Fu against Pride. Pride ate Gluttony, rest in peace again for the second time.
Pac-Man.
And Roy has kidnapped the Fuhrer's wife.
Yes, indeed.
And now the war is really starting.
So, y'all, if you've enjoyed this series, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel to support us. We're on the road to 50k. Maybe we're at 50k by the time this video is coming out. Who the hell knows? Support us in many ways by checking out the Patreon. You can get early access, Discord, or just be a sponsor. Check out this playlist by going to the playlist section and support and watch the entire series. Then rewatch it again.
Because we're almost over. 15 more episodes.
Most importantly, go and support this show.
Yeah.
We don't own it. Find a place to watch it, and then come back and watch it, boys. We're gonna punch it.
Bow! Or we do own it. Or we do. Take that! That was his reaction to the first time hearing this. He was like, "Oh, it's like a."
It's just a
It
nice.
was just doing this.
It's a galley. It's like it feels like a prancing pace.
I kept it in, but I couldn't have the music playing, so it's just quiet. See, I'm doing this. Because none of us are talking, so I couldn't keep the sound in.
Oh man, I'm just hopping up and down to silence. That's so funny. There are instinctual moves. I've rewatched some of our old AOT reactions, and when I would do,
Hold on, real quick. Can you turn down just a tad bit so I can keep it?
I would rewatch old reactions of ours, and when I would get hyped
So
in a moment
cringe.
in one of our old videos, I would do the same exact emote while watching us as I'm watching the footage.
Yeah.
There's like a moment right before the Irwin charge where I go, and I realized while I was watching, I was like, yeah! I was like, what the hell is this? It's just like an instinctual thing about certain sounds and hype moments that just make me feel the same thing. There was a moment when one of our characters got pissed and they did a hand movement. I just put Arthur. Yeah.
Come on. Wake up. Alphonse.
I'm
Ew.
that slow. Tell me something, Edward. Do you think your father would step forward to save you if I chopped off one of your limbs?
Woo! Wow, midair he did that. Whoa. Move.
Whoa.
That is really
Whoa!
cool.
Whoa!
Look at that.
I love that.
Wow!
So good.
Is this boss fight today?
It's been boss fight.
I bet it just felt like extra boss time.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
These are
Crocodile.
boss moves.
Oh, Greed's out now. Greed. Whoa.
Whoa.
He's fine. He's fine.
Young lord,
Wow.
Not quite. The name's Greed.
Nice.
it's you. Give the princess body back.
Now, why would I want to do something like that?
Oh.
Oh!
Oh. Nice recovery though.
You alright?
They got the prince.
Oh shit. Move.
Bro, look at how it.
Oh!
Look how it snapped through those
For
trees.
your help.
Oh, shut up! Your arm obviously hasn't healed yet.
I can take care of myself.
No.
Then prove it to me and start acting like you can.
Damn.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna need your help tomorrow.
Nice.
Get him out of here! Sorry, I couldn't kill the little bastard.
No, it's all good, bud.
Don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Can't exactly fault you for that one.
No.
Even I consider him to be a monster.
Whoa. Whoa.
Psychedelic.
Whoa. Wake up.
Whoa.
What? Dad?
Wait.
Hey.
How does he project his vision through the helmet?
We
That's
keep
what I
bringing
wanna
that
know.
up.
Is this Kanema?
That it is.
But I was in the east. So how did I... Oh, that's right. Pride! Dad, the homunculus Pride. He took control of my body.
He called me
I
Dad.
know.
Glorious told me all about it.
It's Darius.
Darius.
It was like he was manipulating my soul. I
What do you
feel
call him?
violated.
Glorious?
The homunculi are basically your relatives. They're like second-generation clones of me. So they might be able to interfere with your seal since we share the same blood.
Oh, man, food?
Michael.
Can you clean and dress this man's wounds?
How's everything going over there?
Look how chill he is. Hands in pocket.
Don't care.
That's correct.
No fucks given.
That shadow monster devoured the fat homunculus whole, and is overpowering us. Reed and Edward are doing everything they can, but I don't
Ed?
know how long they can last.
Brothers over there?
Don't.
This is all my fault.
You were just brought over
None of
here.
This would have happened if I hadn't let Pride catch me.
The fires have given him all the light he could wish for, and I'm out of flash bombs. We need a new plan and fast.
And not just for us. Slum dwellers are gonna be headed straight for Pride any minute now.
Yeah, that fire.
Hey, Dad. You're a pretty brilliant alchemist, right?
I guess I know a thing or two.
I've got an idea, but I'm gonna need your help to pull it off.
Yeah, you can see the shadows. Yeah.
Now then, I can see you
Look
more
at that.
clearly without those trees in the way.
Pincer move.
Oh, with literal pincers.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much point in trying to hide from me.
This little
I
fuck.
can smell each move you make.
Damn.
Damn it. Are you still breathing over there?
Does wheezing count?
It's not the time to worry about others, is it, Greed? As soft as you've become, I wonder how much longer you can survive.
Shocking beast.
What a horrific thing to say to your own brother, Greed. Honestly. I might have to eat you.
Promise that I won't go.
I was gonna say, says the brother who ate the other brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also going to say the amount of horrific things I say to my brothers.
Oh, so you've chosen to show yourself.
Oh.
Eh, Hohenheim?
The hero always waits until the last second to make his move.
Let's go.
Interesting. You must think you can defeat me.
He should be able to.
I never think that.
Nah.
I'm not dumb enough to try and fight you.
Oh, attack the pride. Attack the pride. Hit him where it
What
hurts.
can you possibly be thinking?
Yeah.
He must be plotting something.
Take away his pride. Do it. He thinks he's so hot. Hot shit. He ain't nothing. Not to my boy! Not to him!
Here he comes.
Dude, look ahead. Look at it. Dude, Al, don't ruin this moment.
Are you joking? This was your pathetic plan? You should have run when you had the chance.
Ow, no!
This is all part of the plan.
Yeah.
It seems as though your son enjoys being held hostage. It's either that or he's supremely stupid.
Look at him.
That's crossing a line, Pride. Don't ever mock my son.
Oh, I'm so hyped.
Literally terraforming the earth.
Yeah. Earth style giant boulder.
Got him.
Oh, got him.
Oh! Look at that!
Stone cold, dude.
Earthbender
look at
Shoto.
Bro didn't even move.
That's beautiful.
Flinch.
Look at that.
That's amazing. He actually managed to confine Pride.
What are you gonna do? What? Alphonse is in there.
What the hell are you doing? Al's trapped in there with that monster. How could you do something like that?
It was his plan.
It wasn't my idea. Al was the one who suggested this.
Show your tits.
You fell for it.
Gotcha!
I don't see why you're laughing. You're trapped inside this thing
But
too.
you can't kill me, dumbass.
As soon as you try to make an opening to leave, I'll slice you into little pieces.
I don't remember saying anything about leaving.
Bitch.
Let's have a little test of endurance, Salim. Oh, sorry. Would you prefer to be called Pride? You see, Pride, my body doesn't need oxygen or light or food. I'm perfectly comfortable right here until the promised day is over.
Does a
And
homunculus
I'm
like
gonna
that?
make sure that you stay put no matter what.
It would have been nearly impossible to defeat Pride. And it was only a matter
Look at
of
that.
time
Damn,
before the fight
dude.
spread to the slums.
Damn.
Since we knew we couldn't defeat him, I acted as a decoy and we imprisoned him.
Bro,
We bought ourselves enough
the
time to
scale
figure out
of
how
their
to
bodies compared to the
You
mound.
told me what you were.
Your brother told me not to. He said that you'd be against it.
Of course.
Look at that face. That was a lit face.
Everything about him's been great this episode.
Cold
He
stare.
doesn't even take his hands out of his pocket.
Nope.
Try to understand. Now, let's get to work putting these fires out.
He's giving those OP Shoto vibes to me. He just knows he's the best.
Brother!
The music!
Sorry, brother.
I feel like I'm in a Gregorian church. It's a cathedral.
But this is all my fault, so I had to do
Man.
something.
They haven't seen each other since the mining town.
Yep.
For one day. I promise I'll be okay, brother.
Oh.
So lust is dead, envy's gone, gluttony's eaten. Wrath is at Eastern Command, and they've got Pride under lockdown.
This
So
is
that means Sloth and Pops are the only ones watching over Central.
That's all that's left, baby.
What the hell are you planning?
I've told you, I'm planning on ruling the entire world. Fullmetal Alchemist.
I forgot about Kimberly.
Player that's been absent.
I forgot about that little turd.
Noticed all the Ishvalans around lately. No, you're right. There's a small army of them holding
That fool.
It's out to the west of town.
Tall
And
fish.
speaking of Ishvalans, you have to wonder whatever happened to that fellow with the X-shaped scar across his face.
Sounds like you said egg.
Well, I guess you can ask him yourself. Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
Any of you know how to get to the Kanama slums?
Yeah, sure. Kanama is just south of the city, right on the outskirts of the forest.
Is that so? Thank you.
Did that little girl ever meet back up with you guys? You know, the one that always carried that cat around with her. She passed through here again just a few
They're like,
weeks
God
back.
damn it.
Did what?
It sounds like she didn't go back to Shing after all.
What the hell is that girl doing?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
Well, you boys out celebrating tonight?
Why?
Promised
Wants
to-
to celebrate.
You can drop the act. I know you were behind blowing up the train Bradley was on.
What was that?
So you weren't behind it?
It's news to us.
Uh-huh. I just assumed you must have led the other Ishvalans to take your revenge on King Bradley. All that stuff about them being terrorists is nothing but paranoid nonsense.
My brothers would never lower themselves to such cowardice. They're your allies, and this country will soon see them as heroes, not terrorists.
Yes! Ishvalan Retribution. Fuck.
Kimberly? Only Kimberly would do something like this.
Well, they just introduced him in the halfway card.
I need to learn to draw the line somewhere when it comes to my job. I spent a fortune having this suit tailor-made, and now it's filthy.
It's fucking rad,
And the
dude.
fun isn't even scheduled to start until the sun's up.
Sick monster.
So what did he say the Ishvalan were doing?
They thought that Strong's did the whole story is
attack
that
on the
they're the
bridge.
ones that blew up the bridge.
That's pointless. I doubt my dad would have made the walls thin enough for a child to tunnel out.
Mere child.
It's not that hard to surprise you when you think so little of us humans. You think you've got us all figured out, but you don't know a thing about us. You're too arrogant to see that things might not go your way. Like your plan to use us. It was too sloppy to actually work.
And how's that?
Well, the plan needed us, right? As your sacrifices? The whole thing hinged on us doing what you wanted. But what if we had simply decided to run away to a different country? That's all it would have taken and your entire plan falls apart.
True. And there are some humans selfish enough who would have done exactly what you said. But then, not all. Just look at Rath's wife. There was a time when we took a trip to the city and I was almost run over by a car. The car swerved, of course, but not before she risked her life trying to shield me with her body. She had no idea that I could have easily protected myself. But I was genuinely shocked by her selfless concern for my safety.
Yeah, it's because you're the kid that she loves, you fucking
I've
brat.
always known what it was to have a father, but I had never had what you would call a mother. I was quite intrigued by her and how she cared for me. And I realized what it was like to have a mother.
When you say Rath's wife, you mean Mrs. Bradley, right?
Yes, that is correct.
How could you deceive her all this time?
I won't deny that I was just playing house with her. But I also can't deny that my time spent with her has been pleasant. I quite liked it.
But then...
As I was saying, there are a handful of humans like Rath's wife. They're willing to give up their own lives in order to protect the things they care about.
Yeah.
And one step up from them, we have you and your brother, chosen to be sacrifices for the infinite strength of your spirits. You never would have fled and abandoned this country. In fact, you even went so far as to bring the fight to us.
True.
So explain to me again.
Little
how
demon
life
kid.
is sloppy.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. That's been so long. Holy moly.
Colonel, we should start getting ready.
Goodness gracious.
It's like a sunrise.
It was like 6 months ago.
All right then, let's move out.
All this started because of you, Hughes, honestly.
Yeah.
None of this would be happening if you didn't die.
Well, and the ice water alchemist too.
That too.
Yeah.
What happened here?
It's been cleared to the ground, the whole area.
Man, they move fast.
Yeah.
That's not natural.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Hey, is that Jerso and Zampano?
Don't open it.
Darius?
Hey!
Let me take a guess. Kimberly ordered you to track us down and kill us, now didn't he?
Huh? You're joking, right? You can't really still think that we're working for Kimberly. No, wait, of course.
love
As
this,
soon as
like,
we start
girl.
trusting you, you'll kill us. I would never do that.
I'm not falling for it. Hiding around here somewhere just waiting for a chance to ambush us.
You're
Dr.
very
Marco!
idiot. You're the idiot. Edward.
The teams are gathering.
Squad up.
I'm sorry to have to spring this on you right away, but we really need to get...
Whoa.
Hey, Piggy, Gorilla, and Fatty! Shut up and stop
Piggy,
fighting!
gorilla,
You
and
want to
fatty.
mess with
It's
us,
disrespect.
You want to mess with us,
Shorty?
So you really did quit?
Oh.
I guess we all ditched him around the same time then.
Yeah, sounds like it. It was all too obvious that Kimberly considered us to be expendable.
Yep.
That's the truth. We may be considered fugitives now, but you know what?
I love their
got
like
no complaints.
physicality almost resembles
And no matter what,
creatures.
I know
Yeah.
for a fact that these
I was gonna say,
guys
I
would
think
never
all
abandon
four of them would
us.
be like the most badass dads ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They need to be led by the greatest, Izumi's father, husband.
Yes.
I know. Let's just hope that everyone makes it through the day alive.
Yeah.
Looks like they've wrapped up their meeting.
Look at this crew! Yeah!
They're like the dads where you have your friends over and that dad just walks in just in his underwear. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you had friends over.
But they're even cooler. They come and sit down in their underwear and play games with you.
Yeah, with a beer. You want a sip? Put some hair on your chest.
Do his best to update us on Colonel Mustang's
David Harbour should play one of them.
Yes, absolutely.
Kind of getting the feeling that he's mostly concerned about Link.
Sure, that makes sense.
So you're all finished discussing things with Scar and the others?
That's right.
Well, they asked him to
Figured out our
go.
strategy.
That's so. It's almost time, huh?
Scar. Most unpleased individual ever.
Always.
He's
Always and
not,
forever.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
Your younger brother sure got some serious guts.
Trapped in total darkness with that monster? I think that I'd lose my mind if I were in his place.
He doesn't really have a mind.
How's doing
That's
everything
fucked.
possible to keep us safe. The rest of it. That's up to us.
End of the episode. End of the episode.
No! We just started! We did the episode even start. Oh, it was all the Hohenheim stuff, right? That was all this one episode.
And now the creator was
Damn!
Brother! Get up, brother! It's time for you to wake up, Daddy!
Already. What time is it?
Is that
Get up now! In half an hour,
Calinari?
you're gonna miss it!
What am I missing other than sleep?
A solar eclipse!
A solar eclipse.
Is this one
Is
of
that
the boys,
Rosh?
guys?
It's
Rosh?
not as late as you
Oh,
think
yeah.
it is. I've got plenty of time
Brosh.
to sleep before
Brosh?
it starts. Hey, don't look at the sun. You'll blind yourself.
I'm not stupid, Denny. Hey, quick, come check this out. It looks like there's a building on fire.
Oh, is that a signal? I think that's a signal.
Do not go outside the house today, all right?
Where is he going?
City Squad is currently engaged in combat with Mustang's group in the western sector. However, it appears that they have taken the Fuhrer's wife hostage, which has left us unable to retaliate, sir.
So, go ahead and attack.
Sir?
The only one we need alive is Roy Mustang. The Fuhrer's wife is expendable. Eliminate her along with Mustang's
Wow.
subordinates.
Wow.
Oh.
Freeze!
All part of the plan?
Are you going to shoot?
The only one we need alive is Mustang. Kill the rest.
Whoa.
Cliffhanger, you're not gonna find out. I love that he does that.
And that was episode 49, guys.
Yeah. Perfect blending from the last episode. Hohenheim is the GOAT.
Yes.
Been here, day one for that.
Yes.
Godlike
power.
So beautiful.
So beautiful. So what are you doing? What is that supposed to be?
Foo? There was two Foos today.
There was.
There was the homeless Foo and the not so homeless.
The tall homeless Foo.
Yeah.
Hohenheim pulled up. Well, okay, I guess that wasn't the first thing that happened. Was the fight? I guess it was the awesome fight right off the bat with Ed versus Pride.
As I was agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah, and split down the middle,
Yeah.
and then had that the open
fall apart.
That was really
in the
cool.
center. And then he sent the
trying to attack Lon Fine. Devastating blows at the tree was really awesome.
Yeah.
I guess that helps give perspective how strong those jaws are.
That was cool. We were led to believe he's aiming at them. He was really just clearing the landscape.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That is clever.
Yeah.
So, okay. You brought up God Tier Hohenheim powers.
Yeah.
I was thinking through this episode and the last one, if he has these powers, how can he not just do something and Pride and all them are incapacitated? Also, with that, if he has those God tier powers, why couldn't he like press on Alphonse's symbol and be like, yeah, you're not gonna flicker anymore?
He doesn't. He doesn't.
He's got this crazy knowledge.
He doesn't have God tier powers. He has like the most proficient an alchemist could possibly be powers. It's not God tier.
Okay.
He can't like
Archmage.
He can't create life. Like he can't do a human transmutation circle without
that we know of.
Without sacrificing something. I mean, like, would have come back and brought it.
All those souls inside of him.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're led to believe, but like I would imagine that to some extent there's still some things that alchemists just really can't do. You know what I mean?
Can he do what can he do to the Sinlings
what Father did to
Father
Ed?
did to Ed?
Heal an injury?
Well, not even that. Nullify
the
people's
alchemy
power. I mean, I feel like it's a little too cheap, so I'd assume that's a no.
I'd be curious if he has that kind of control of it or understanding of it, because him and Father both went different directions and essentially made their own alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he made alchemy, he made the alchemy. So, like, is there something inherently about alchemy that is, like, related to Father and alchemy? Like, alchemy clearly uses the energy of, like, the planet. Yeah, the energy of the dragon, the energy of the planet, the universe, to do things, whereas, like, alchemy is pulling from something that may seem a little darker, that is also somehow Father's has, like, the valve to open and close.
Which makes sense why he could shut it off.
Yeah.
What is the prerequisite to get Al his body? I can't remember what we need to
They
get
want a
his body.
philosopher's
They just need a philosopher's stone. Which, if you really think about it, they have one right there.
Yeah, they have. I mean, if Hohenheim gives up his life, but I feel like a more practical way would be like get Salim or something.
They need him at this point.
Well, the thing is that the only way they get the Philosopher's Stone from a homunculus is by killing them. But if you kill them, the Philosopher's Stone goes away.
Yeah.
So then I don't.
Because they're
so
like
what are the options? How do you either kill to get a Philosopher's Stone?
Yeah.
Well, right now they're really not worried. Before all of this started, when they were going north initially, their idea was that Alchemistry was the key.
Yes.
Alchemistry would be the way that they could find a way.
And Hohenheim's the master of that.
Well, they don't know that.
But he's even come in contact with Al, and like there was like a little deal made about, oh yeah, you wouldn't have known that I looked like this, Father. So
yeah, but
Hohenheim hasn't like extended like the flag to be like, hey,
yeah,
I'm a guy who knows everything about this.
I mean, he hasn't like explicitly gone out of the way. I mean, in fairness, kind of bigger problems going on. The fate of the country versus Al's body. Not as
I guess it
important
just
as the
depends like how complicated it is. Like, if it was an easy process, I feel like Justin Leora would have been like, hey, we're next to each other. Let's go get a bite to eat, and I'll fix you.
Also, another thing to point out is when Ling was explaining to Ed in like 2 or 3 episodes ago that it's going to happen on the Promised Day. He also said he's going to open the I thought the camera turned off. He opened the portal. He's going to open the portal, and I'm pretty sure Ling said that's the perfect time for you guys to get your bodies back.
Yeah. Because it'll all be open. So that's kind of like what they're waiting on right now. But they didn't want to use. They specifically don't want to use a Philosopher's Stone in general though, because they don't want to use sacrifice souls. Like they don't want to. Like even if they weren't a part of making it, they don't really want to use.
They're disgusted by
people's.
Well, then he's gonna be in a body like that forever.
Well,
unless we can find a cheat out.
Theoretically, the portal or Alchemistry is the way. So I'm just running. But yeah, so we got the fight, which is very cool. I like upgraded Pride.
Yes.
He's a lot more menacing now. He was
Yes.
pretty menacing, but now he's even more because he like is really all knowing with the sight into the shadows and
he
the
did
smell.
didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Well, he said when Lanfang tried to move, I can
move.
smell you move. Like it's not even worth it.
That's
Before you
helpful.
even move, I know what you're gonna do. Basically.
Wow.
He said that.
That's awesome. But
so
Al,
could Gluttony had that? I know he did this.
He did. He was dumb. Like
Yeah,
I don't think he.
He was an elf. I mean,
He didn't have the brain to use his powers.
I know he could smell people, but I didn't know he did it.
I mean,
like
he
that.
tracks people, but
Yeah,
I don't.
he's a tracker.
He was the tracker.
He was the tracker, but I don't think he was like that proficient at it. I mean, I don't think it's giving him like a foresight thing. Like he's like
It's like
in the future.
It's like
It's like-
Ari from My Hero. One of a really great power, but too childish to know how to use the power.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Airy?
Airy. Yeah. Or Anya. That too. Her too.
Yeah.
Another kid, Al, goes with the Chimera bros to see Hohenheim. There's no idea how the hell he got to where he is because he's been kind of incognito, out of the picture. Hohenheim's patching up the soldiers, and he comes up with a plan. We're gonna go. We see the plan come to fruition. I'm gonna go and get captured by Selim. The great moment, Hohenheim comes out and says, "This is when the hero's supposed to come out."
Yeah, that's good.
This is when it's
Hands in pocket.
supposed to be.
Toughest motherfucker.
Kind of insults the pride of pride, like saying, "Oh, surely I wouldn't mess with you. You're oh so powerful."
Is egging him on.
Such a great moment,
Yeah.
especially for someone called Pride, who prides themselves on being the most powerful of the homunculus. I'd say he's probably the most powerful. We haven't seen him go up against Fuhrer, but I have to imagine being the first, you're the best. So Hohenheim does the coolest move ever, rips the earth in giant panels, and
Earth style.
puts a crescent, just a giant dome.
It's a
Dome over top him.
Thunderdome.
And literally, boom, right to the neck. He didn't even flinch.
Nope.
It was right here. He didn't even move.
Didn't even take his hands out of his
Stone
pockets.
cold. Stone cold.
Not worried about a thing.
Mm-mm. And then he deteriorated. Did you see that?
Well, because it got cut off from
The
whole
closed
cut off the
completely.
limb thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was great.
And was the next scene Selim and Al talking? I think there was a couple passes.
It was a bounce back and forth between that.
It was
and-
Greed running towards Central.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can do just sections
Just-
for the time being. Section off story parts just to wrap up Selim and Alphonse. I thought I didn't even want to talk. It was so nice to have Selim present in the moment, not pretend to be a child, and have dialogue without being a background character.
Yeah.
It was nice to listen to him, get some insults from Al just to really have kind of one up Al in the end. Al just not considering how humans work in the end.
Yeah.
Thinking that everybody's going to do one type of play move.
Yeah. Well, Al too, thinking oh yeah, we're outsmarting you guys, and really Pride's we already know how you guys function.
Yeah.
There's no outsmarting. You actually have done everything we really want at the end of the day.
It was a good try, but no.
I loved the most atypical insult. Al goes, "Selim, I mean, Pride."
Would you like to be called Pride?
And I was just like, you know the meme of the dog? "Oh, you shivered my timbers."
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was just shaking his teeth. That's all I was thinking in that moment.
Yeah. I like too the whole I don't think Father or Hohenheim would have just made that thing that a kid could dig out of it, and then Bride just looks back this motherfucker.
Yeah.
He just chucks the stick over.
Yeah.
Listen, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's a great moment. It was we don't get a lot of those where the homunculuses and our
They just sit
characters
down.
get to sit down and just
Yeah.
I think we got that with Envy, right?
Wrath is really more so the one that we really get.
Riza.
Yeah.
That
I think
was
the
good
only
one.
time we
Riza
had
and Roy and Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I think Envy was the only one we got to sit down with in the belly of the beast too.
That too.
Oh yeah.
Briefly, because we had to make an alliance for a time. Was that when Envy revealed that?
Yes.
Okay.
He started it.
I wasn't
Fucking
sure.
bastard.
I thought that might have been the moment.
That little fucking worm started everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
He does it everywhere. All of those
Yep.
little, it's him usually.
But even he came from a little dolphin flask,
Yes.
Yeah.
which
that-
stemmed from a king,
Yeah.
Xerxes.
And then we had Ed, who did not appreciate trapping his brother in there, but it was all
It was his
Al's
plan.
plan anyways.
That look.
Yeah.
It was his plan.
Yeah.
I
That
like
was
the
tough.
camaraderie of the show where you're starting to feel all the people gathering.
The
puzzle,
squad.
The puzzle pieces not only moving but getting into proper positions. meeting up or being in proximity.
The Avengers are assembling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I can pinpoint all the people now location-wise, where normally it's just they move so much that it's hard to pinpoint. So I'd say, okay, if I had to say where everybody is, Fuhrer and Grumman are in the same
Miles.
location, the military section out in the fields.
And Miles.
Oh shit.
That's what we tried bringing up last discussion.
Come on, man, remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Miles.
Yep.
Shit.
Your favorite character.
The Woodling crew, with Ling now in pursuit to the Central crew. I mean, everybody, mostly it's just the Woods and Central right now. Everybody's in those two big areas.
Also, we got the cool lightning bolt hairstyle guy.
Kaminari, yep. Brosh.
No. We got a guy that detonated the bridge. We all pointed out, who's this guy? He stands out. He's got two lightning bolts.
Yeah.
But you meant Kaminari's.
I forgot about that. You're both right, though. We have both of those guys.
But just in the Woods section. Well, to lead to the Avengers meeting up, we were in the city, of which Scar ran into the homeless community.
Yes.
Looking for the slums.
Brought up the fact that the Ishvalan are being blamed for the blowing up of the bridge.
Yep.
But where did that group go? The group that we ran into in the woods that Scar was friends with. Did they? I thought they went with Scar. So how did they get to wherever Kimberly killed him?
Which group are you talking about?
The
Ishvalan.
Ishvalan group they were found in the woods. I thought they tagged up with Scar when they passed through.
They were going to... I think that they were going to the slums to go... Because basically, remember earlier, last episode, when they were talking about what's going on, all of the Ishvalans are flooding into the city. Which is the plan. They want the military, or our military, Roy and them, are blaming them for what's going on. Roy's going in there causing chaos. The Ishvalans theoretically are going to as well. And that's why Grumman and Miles are going to bring their forces to retake the city. In reality, they're just going to wipe out the militaries that's there and take over.
You're saying Roy's also trying to blame the Ishvalan?
He's not, no, but the whole plan is...
He wants them to get riled up to attack the city with them.
The Ishvalans are the placeholder to be Ishvalan terrorists are rebelling so we can move in and just take control. They're not trying to actually do anything to them. Yeah, it's a scapegoat. They're not actually trying to do anything to them, but they're holding the place for it.
Okay.
So I guess they just fanned out.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like...
I was just kind of confused how they got from the woods to a room where Kimberly...
You're talking about his master, the bald guy.
Yeah,
we ran into...
That was the group that died with Kimberly, right?
That's what it looks like.
I don't know.
It looks like that's the same group. Or it's just random Ishvalans that Kimberly's killing.
Because I was just so flabbergasted how it got to wherever Kimberly just wasn't murdering. I was like, what?
Yeah, didn't Pride tell him just to go back to Central?
Kimberly?
Yeah.
Kimberly...
Well, no, he told him to...
last we saw Kimberly was chasing them in the tunnels.
The last time we saw him, he fucked Drachma. He carved the last crest.
Okay. Yeah.
That was the last time we saw him.
Okay.
So somehow he made it back to Central.
Yeah. Okay. And then that crew inevitably heard about the news that May and Envy are back in the city. We don't know where, but then they go to the woods. What leads them? What tips them off to get to the woods? By the way,
they asked what direction. They were planning to meet there.
Where's the slums?
Okay,
that's where they are.
No, they're not. They're not in the slums. They just met up with Ed and remember they all meet together.
Right, but Scar asked him where the slums are.
No, he was asking where that town was. That meeting up at. Acosta or whatever the name of the place is.
Okay, and then the Avengers assemble.
Yes.
All the Chimera brothers are all hanging out. The dads unite.
Blaming each other. Hey, I thought you're definitely still trying to hunt us. No, we're not. How did you think that?
You guys ever seen King of the Hill?
No.
The four guys who stand by the road just drinking. You never seen that?
No.
That's all them.
I know the Family Guy group of dads that all are with each other all the time. That's the only group of dads.
Family Guy. Okay, I was like, what? Yeah.
They're not all dads, but okay.
I don't watch the show.
I know.
I just assumed. I also thought it was funny that Scar is just kind of there. He doesn't have any chemistry with anyone. There's all this great potential to have great conversations, and he just doesn't care to be a part of any of this.
No. Did you guys bring up what he said to the homeless people? you're gonna remember the Ishvalans as this. I'm gonna change how you guys view them.
Once and that was the nice thing. It was like they're not doing this.
Yeah.
Like the Ishvalans aren't a part of what's going on. Like they didn't try to kill the Führer, and it was nice because the normal people of or like the Amestris people rather, they're like, oh, interesting, and I
Good for you.
But yeah.
Yeah, didn't one of them say, like, I didn't want to believe it because the Ishvalan had been nice or something like that when he heard the news?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It was something like along the lines of like, there's no way the Ishvalans could have started a war.
Yeah.
No, that's not like them.
But we got the great convo, and we kind of talked through it, but I know what the convo is with, like, the Chimeras, where they're talking about, like, you know, their choice in, like, following Ed and, like, the mission.
It was so obvious what Kimberly what kind of man Kimberly was.
Yeah. And, like, even though they're fugitives and they really could kind of just fuck off and do whatever they want, they're like,
what else?
We're going to fight for the cause at this point.
Yeah. A cause is a great motivator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a great motivation in life to be able to follow somebody for a good reason.
Yeah. Fu is going into Central to track Ling, which is like what he really wants to do, but they're also doing it so he can figure out who's where, what homunculuses and people are in town.
Lust is dead. Gluttony is consumed and trapped with pride. The
Doesn't this also mean Gluttony's dead?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess they're combined.
Father didn't absorb him.
Führer is also potentially dead, which leaves Sloth
and Envy.
And
Envy is gone.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Envy's a damaged Philosopher's Stone, as he called himself.
I mean, this is still not great odds. Father's still the biggest problem, and that was like an easy wipe when they were down in the lair, so I don't know what he's thinking.
But not having 5 homunculuses is pretty helpful.
It's a big help, but they weren't even present when he lost a father.
Yeah. That's true.
So,
and then
there is a absolute kill hit on the Führer's wife. No one cares about her.
Yeah, but
turns out
they have said they want Roy alive.
Honestly, if they kill the wife, the Führer ain't gonna kill our people. He's gonna kill. Well, he'll kill all people. He'll kill everybody.
Yeah.
Führer is switching sides. He's gonna be in his own Lone Ranger.
You sure?
You sure he's alive?
He likes his wife. I'm sure he's alive. I'm positive he's alive.
All right.
But I would be willing because he said he had interest in his wife. He brought it up to Riza.
He did. No, it's weird how he worded it. It was more like, I picked my wife.
I feel like...
Okay, maybe I don't...
He does like her.
I feel like you're not wrong, but I don't think it's, like, fully... Like, I don't think that he really... I feel like it's kind of like a spoiler for Invincible. I feel like it's kind of more like that relationship.
Yeah.
He cherishes the relationship, but there are bigger things that matter to him.
I think I've brought that up before, and you guys were like, "No, it's not that."
I don't want to answer it that way.
I'm also arguing against 2 people who are trying to make sure I don't know what's going to happen next or try to throw me off, so it's hard to know when the conversation is a factual statement.
I will say I'm being honest, though,
and
that this is not...
It is
like,
Father's top priority to them and what he wants.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, other than greed, all of them, even though they all have their own sins that you would think would give them, like... ambition to do their own things.
Like what does Wrath
is
get?
The only one.
I just don't get, like, what does Wrath get out of this when there's no one to enact Wrath on at the end of the day? Like, once you enact Wrath to everyone, what is there left for you?
Do it all over again.
It's the mission, man.
But what if you do it so there's no one left?
That all depends on what this is all for.
I don't even know what this is all for. I still don't even know what this is all for. That's actually crazy. How deep we are into the show. Listen, dude, as long as they don't pull an Eva on me and we get to the ending and there ain't no resolution, I'm gonna be fine.
I'll tell you.
Just give me some resolution.
In the Gluttony Shack, when they were talking with Ling, we were about to get that answer, but then Ling went, greed is coming back.
So close.
So close.
See, even if I was Ling in the forest when Greed lets me take over during 2 episodes ago during the fight, and he's running around and be like, "Hey, so our secret plan is this!"
Yeah.
As I'm running. Just like
literally not important in what's currently happening. But Sam's like,
it is extremely important. It is everything that this is about.
Not when there's an active fight going on.
It is prime importance. It is why everybody is doing what they are doing. It is so important. The most important thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not important to y'all, because y'all already filled in. No. Like Greed, who ain't sharing shit.
No. Yeah, if you're new to this, Will and I have seen it.
They're like, how does Adam know all this stuff about the show?
I don't know. I like to plug it in there.
No, it's good.
I mean, it's fair. It's a long show. If somebody just happened to tune in, like, oh, this is my favorite episode.
This is my favorite episode.
Oh, working title? Whoa.
Sam's in the hot seat.
But
what did you say? There was one of our videos you said, this is our review rewatch, and this is your reaction.
Yeah, I said a better way to say it instead of being like, we've already seen it, or this is our reaction. I said this is our review and commentary, and this is his reaction.
What else happened?
Well, I mean, we got Roy and them fleeing. They got cornered, and then we had the confrontation, which was
she's expendable.
She's expendable. Need Roy. We don't need anybody. Roy tensed up, and then gunshots were fired. It went to black.
Okay. Yep. The cheapest answer for what could happen. Well, one, they kill all the people like they said, except for Roy. Option two, they do the cheap thing where they just shot the ground and they made their stance to join them. Which is a fine option, but you see it so many times in shows where it just cuts to black and then it's like, we're with you. And they just shot the ground.
Yeah.
So it's fine if that's what happens. I would like them to do a third option where they do something radical. Throw something I couldn't predict in there. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Is the black smoke supposed to be like Roy's signal to tell people to stay indoors and get all the military that's his like side to come out? Because Brosh is back in the show finally.
I don't think Brosh is in the loop, honestly.
No.
Like the only people that are in the loop is like Grumman, his people, Miles, his people for the north. Olivier,
Roy's
I wasn't sure because you said smoke signal, and then it seemed like he knew to keep people in. I mean, it's an explosion too, so keep the kids in. But
it was just his family he was protecting.
Is that? I mean, he was blowing up cars.
That's his brothers.
Family.
It seemed like it. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't like a dad thing. The one called him an idiot.
Yeah.
Also, solar eclipse today, so that is
in real life or the show.
The show.
Okay, I was like, I didn't.
That'd be a horrible coincidence.
Yeah.
If it was.
That's how I was like, hold up, what?
Never mind. Anyways, it would be way horrible if it happened later, like when shit's really happening in the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Oh man.
Was there anything else? I feel like there's one thing that we're like missing, but. If not, I mean we're good. I just felt like there was.
Yeah, I mean it's just more of the assembling of our characters, people being put into positions. I think we got another. We didn't really talk about him. Oh no, we did. I was gonna say the Olivier and father. That was last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. I don't know.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody. We are now. Today is the day. We're finally at the day. We are mobilizing to Central. It's about to get fucking real.
Did we talk about Pride with his mom? Did we bring that up?
Oh, we didn't really bring that up in the conversation.
So that is it. Just the same thing that you guys were kind of explaining with the Fuhrer. Like he just took interest. It's not that he has a special bond, but he just took fascination.
He said he always knew what it was like to have a dad, never a mom, and then this woman protected him.
And it was shocking because most humans aren't that
passionate or sacrificial.
Yeah,
and he was like, I knew I could protect myself.
Really had no good dads in his lifetime. He's lived multiple lifetimes with, I would assume, multiple dads.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that he's ever, probably because of the way father, and he's like everyone who had, like, I'm assuming that the military people that had him as a son knew
or
he's
about
like
the
a
plot
homunculus.
and were like
they were looped in, but his real father is father. You know what I mean? Like Dwarf in the Flask. So he understands that concept.
And his first interaction with somebody who was going to play a vital role is somebody who was not initially a part of the big coup.
Yeah.
Who gave him an experience he had not yet felt.
Yeah.
I really want to know who the first Wrath was in the Fullmetal Alchemist. Was it Wrath or Pride? You said one's different.
I know he's Pride. I do know that spoiler. I know that That's why I brought up the confusion, because I was like, I'm pretty sure people said he was supposed to.
I feel like you said he becomes Pride in that show.
No, Bradley is Pride.
Day one?
To my knowledge, yeah.
Could have swore you said one of them dies and a new one takes over.
I mean, it happens with Greed. Who the hell knows?
Okay.
No.
But that would be fun to watch one day. Yeah, good episode. I'm excited. It's Promise Day time.
Yes.
Is it Promise Day for you guys? Have you gotten early access? Well, if you haven't done so, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, check out the Patreon so you can get early access. Also, we have 2-week early access probably announced by this point, so you can get 2 episodes at this point. I'm saying point a lot, just like how the monkeys got little pointers. Alright, we'll see you in the next episode. It's Promise Day time. Bye.
Bah!
Worst outro ever, I'm sorry.
This is